Hi, it is Wednesday morning, 30th of July, and it is 8 a.m. in New York. This channel is Drips Media, and I will be covering financial news from New York stock exchanges before markets open. The regular trading for the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. My name is Daniela Drips. I will be quickly covering yesterday's closing data, main indexes, and the key companies. Please follow us online.
Good morning. This is Drips Media, lid from New York. Drips Media, the revolutionary digital service that transforms the way you stay informed. With Drips Media, you get real-time news delivered in dynamic short video clips, keeping you updated on the latest headlines as they happen. Our cutting-edge technology curates and condenses top stories. Whether you're on the go or just need a quick update, Drips News ensures you're always in the know, effortlessly. Stay connected, stay informed, and experience news like never before with Drips News.
Let's turn our attention to the NASDAQ, which closed at 17,147.4, a drop of 1.3%. This marks the end of a two-day winning streak for the tech-heavy index. Turning to individual movers, transition to the next segment about specific companies, e.g., a tech company listed on the NASDAQ that experienced significant losses, contributing to the index's decline. You can also mention broader market factors that might have influenced the tech sector. One tech giant feeling the heat today was Microsoft, with shares closing down 0.9% at 422.9. This ends a two-day rally for the software giant. While Microsoft's decline might have contributed to the NASDAQ's slight dip, it's worth noting that not all tech companies followed suit. Apple, for instance, continued its upward trajectory, closing at 218.8, marking a 0.3% gain. This represents a three-day winning streak for the iPhone maker. Similarly, Google parent company Alphabet saw its shares climb for the second consecutive day, closing at 170.3, a 0.5% increase. This suggests that while the tech sector as a whole might be experiencing some volatility, individual company performance remains varied, likely influenced by company-specific news and investor sentiment. This positive trend for Apple comes despite a challenging few days for the company's stock, which saw a 2.8% decrease over the past week. However, zooming out to a month-to-date perspective, Apple has shown resilience with a 3.9% increase. And since the start of the year, Apple has demonstrated strong performance, boasting a 14% gain. This positive trajectory is further highlighted by the fact that Apple's stock has seen gains in 5 out of the last 10 trading days. Now, let's shift our focus to some other major players in the tech space. Amazon ended the trading day at 181.7, a 0.8% decrease, reversing 2 days of gains for the e-commerce giant. Meanwhile, Nvidia, a key player in the semiconductor industry, continued to face headwinds, closing at 103.7. This represents a significant drop of 7%, marking 2 consecutive days of losses for the chipmaker. Tesla also experienced a downturn, with shares closing at 222.6, a 4.1% decline. This reversed a one-day winning streak for the electric vehicle manufacturer. This downturn for Nvidia comes as the company grapples with a broader tech sector slowdown, particularly in the semiconductor industry. Despite these recent losses, it's important to note NVIDIA's impressive year-to-date performance. The chipmaker has seen its stock price more than double since the start of the year, boasting a 109% gain. However, this recent downturn, including a significant 15.4% drop over the past week and a 16% decrease month-to-date, suggests potential concerns about the company's immediate future performance. While NVIDIA has experienced gains during 3 of the last 10 trading days, the current 2-day losing streak might signal a shift in investor sentiment. Let's now pivot from the tech sector and examine the financial industry, where we saw some positive momentum yesterday. Bank of America ended the trading day at 41.3, a 0.5% increase, effectively reversing 4 days of consecutive losses. Similarly, JP Morgan, another major player in the financial sector, saw its shares climb by 2.1%, closing at 215.2. This positive movement reversed a 1-day dip for the banking giant. Shifting our focus to the credit card companies, both MasterCard and Visa ended the day in the green. MasterCard shares rose by 1.4%, closing at 447.5, marking 3 consecutive days of gains. Visa, on the other hand, recorded a more modest gain of 0.6%, ending the day at 263.1. This marks 3 consecutive days of gains for Visa as well. Finally, Morgan Stanley, another prominent name in the financial sector, saw its shares close at 103.8, a 1.3% increase. This positive performance helped the investment bank reverse a 1-day decline. These gains in the financial sector were not limited to traditional banks. Bank of America, for example, saw its shares rise by 0.5%, closing at 41.3. This positive movement reversed 4 consecutive days of losses for the bank, suggesting renewed investor confidence. Despite the recent losses over the past week, Bank of America's month-to-date performance remains positive with a 3.8% increase. Furthermore, the bank has delivered impressive year-to-date returns, boasting a 24% gain since the start of the year. While Bank of America has faced some volatility in recent trading sessions, gaining ground on only 2 out of the last 10 trading days, yesterday's performance suggests a potential turnaround. Now, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market, which has seen its fair share of volatility lately. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, closed at 66,402.9, a 0.6% decrease. This marks 2 consecutive days of losses for Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Dogecoin, often considered a more light-hearted cryptocurrency, experienced a sharper decline, closing at 0.1, down 2.2%. This extends Dogecoin's losing streak to 4 consecutive days. Ethereum, the second-largest cryptocurrency, also ended the day in the red, closing at 3,308.9, a 0.4% drop. This reverses 2 days of gains for Ethereum. These recent losses for Bitcoin come despite a strong month-to-date performance, with the cryptocurrency gaining 5.9%. Zooming out further, Bitcoin has seen a significant 57% increase since the start of the year. While the recent two-day losing streak might cause some concern among investors, Bitcoin's overall positive trajectory is highlighted by the fact that it has experienced gains during 3 of the last 10 trading days.